soon as the scheme was announced by the finance minister as part of his budget speech, there were concerns whether electoral bonds actually belonged in a money bill. But that concern remained and still remains. But the same afternoon in a media interaction, the then finance minister said that the electoral bonds will be in the form of bearer bonds. The identity of the donor will be anonymous. So this is what sort of attracted us and alerted us that if the identity of the donor will remain anonymous, then how can it be said that this will bring in transparency to the electoral and political financing? While the government had said that these are completely anonymous and they cannot be identified, a journalist found that they had an alphanumeric number which was visible only under ultraviolet light. And therefore, and this was a unique number to each bond. So that contention of the government to be untrue, it may be possible that because through the State Bank of India, the government will get to know and the party in power will get to know, and therefore the party in power potentially could completely choke the funding of other political parties. In the very first year, 95% of the value of electoral bonds went to the ruling party. Election Commission of India and the Reserve Bank of India, constitutional authorities, had very strongly objected to the issue of electoral bonds, and their objections were overruled by the government. Finance Ministry actually wrote saying that these are not supposed to be issued for state assembly elections. They were overruled by none other than the Prime Minister's office at that time, saying this shall be done as a one-time exception. That one-time exception has since become the rule. Every citizen is paying tax in some form or the other. If a political party, which happens to be in power either at the center or in the states, takes kind of undeclared money from a business house and makes policies which do not help the citizens of the country, but help the company, the owner of which has given the money to the political party, then the taxes paid by the citizens are being wasted and misused. A political party is not a government, it is also a private entity. And the political party presents the bond to the State Bank of India and gets the money. So the Consolidated Fund of India is not involved at all. So therefore, to put an instrument which has nothing to do with Consolidated Fund of India in a money bill is a clear violation of the Constitution of India, because it does not come under the definition of the money bill as given in the Constitution. This is a very cozy arrangement at the first level between political parties and the corporate world. But if we go a little deeper, it is a much cozier arrangement between the ruling party and the corporate party. This particular or peculiar arrangement has been made so that the functioning of the government is not stopped by the budget or a money bill not being passed, and therefore money not being available to the government for running itself and running the country.